The year is 400 BC. The location is the fortified plateau of Veii. Before the Roman Empire swallowed the world, before the marble columns of the Colosseum were even a blueprint, there was a civilization that taught the Romans almost everything they knew. They taught them how to build the arch. They gave them the toga. They gave them the alphabet. We call them the Etruscans, and you are standing in their absolute, undisputed masterpiece. Veii is a sprawling, immensely wealthy, heavily fortified metropolis sitting just 10 miles north of a small, aggressive, and highly envious town called Rome. Most of history focuses on the Romans, completely ignoring the brilliant, sophisticated superpower sitting right on their doorstep. Using advanced AI trained on the breathtaking painted tombs of Etruria, the complex subterranean hydraulic tunnels of the Italian peninsula, and the surviving terracotta masterpieces of antiquity, we have meticulously reconstructed a lost world. We are going to experience a civilization that operated on profound religious fatalism, staggering artistic genius, and total gender equality that shocked the ancient world. Imagine engineering entire rivers through solid rock, crafting life-sized gods out of baked clay, and staring down a Roman siege knowing the gods have already decided your fate. This is 24 hours in the golden twilight of Veii. The day begins at 5 a.m. A cool, damp mist clings to the Cremera River, winding its way through the steep, natural ravines that protect the city. You wake up inside a sprawling, beautifully constructed domestic villa. The Romans will eventually claim they invented the central courtyard house, the atrium, but they stole the design directly from your people. You step out of your sleeping quarters. The roof above the central hall is pitched inward, covered in heavy, perfectly fired terracotta tiles. The rainwater funnels elegantly into a central, decorated stone basin. You are a zealoth, a high-ranking aristocrat and magistrate of the city. You dress in a brilliantly dyed, flowing woolen mantle, wrapping it around your shoulders and fastening it with an incredibly intricate gold fibula, a brooch. The Etruscans are the absolute masters of a metallurgical technique called granulation, seamlessly soldering microscopic, dust-sized spheres of pure gold onto jewelry to create breathtaking, glittering patterns. By 7 a.m., you walk toward the highest point of the rocky plateau, heading to the sacred precinct. In Veii, nothing happens without consulting the divine. The Etruscans possess the most complex, obsessive, and heavily codified religious system in the ancient Mediterranean, known as the Etrusca Disciplina. You are meeting with a haruspices, an elite priest trained in the deeply guarded secrets of divination. You stand in the courtyard of a massive, heavily decorated wooden and stone temple. The priest is not looking at the ground. He is looking at the sky. He uses a curved wooden staff, the litus, to mentally divide the heavens into 16 perfectly precise mathematical sectors. He is reading the flight patterns of the sacred eagles and listening for the distant rumble of thunder. The Etruscans do not believe they can change the will of the gods. They believe that the entire lifespan of their civilization is rigidly predetermined by cosmic laws, divided into a set number of saecula, or eras. The priest lowers his staff, his face drawn and serious. He informs you that the signs from the storm clouds in the northwest are deeply ominous. Tinia, the supreme god of the sky, is signaling that the era of Veii is rapidly approaching its end. It is a profound, suffocating psychological burden. You are managing a city that believes it is living on borrowed time. By 10 a.m., you leave the quiet tension of the temple and enter the roaring, blistering heat of the industrial district. Veii does not have massive marble quarries. Their ultimate artistic medium is the very earth they stand on, terracotta. You walk into the Portonaccio Sanctuary, the legendary workshop where the greatest sculptors in the world operate. Decades ago, the master artisan Vulca worked in these very kilns, creating statues so magnificent that the early kings of Rome actually hired him to decorate their own temples. The heat radiating from the massive beehive-shaped clay kilns is staggering. You watch as master craftsmen carefully monitor the firing of a life-sized hollow clay statue of the god Apollo. The level of engineering required to fire a piece of clay this massive, ensuring it does not explode or crack in the intense heat, requires an absolute mastery of thermodynamics. When the statue is pulled from the kiln, it is not left the dull color of baked mud. A team of artists immediately swarms the piece, painting it in incredibly vibrant, psychedelic colors: deep, striking blacks, brilliant ochre reds, and stunning whites. The god features the iconic Etruscan smile, a serene, enigmatic expression that radiates immense, quiet power. The Romans build with heavy, unyielding stone, but the artists of Veii breathe vibrant, colorful, smiling life into the very clay. By 1 p.m., the blazing Italian sun beats down on the Tufa plateau, but the city does not suffer from droughts or stagnant water. You walk toward the edge of the city walls to inspect the true, invisible superpower of the Etruscans. You are looking at the cuniculi. Centuries before the Romans built their famous towering aqueducts, the engineers of Veii conquered the flow of water by going underground. The soft volcanic rock of the region is highly prone to erosion and deadly landslides. To protect their agricultural fields and manage the water table, the Etruscans carved an unbelievably complex, sprawling network of subterranean tunnels directly through the solid bedrock. You look down a vertical shaft into the darkness. Millions of gallons of water are being silently, flawlessly diverted under the hills, draining the swamps, irrigating the wheat fields, and providing pure, filtered spring water to the city above. It is an architectural miracle, invisible from the surface, completely mastering the landscape through sheer intellect and backbreaking labor. By 4 p.m., the economic reality of the era forces you to the massive, reinforced southern gates of the city. You look out across the rolling hills, tracing the winding path of the Tiber River in the distance. This river is the absolute source of the bitter, existential hatred between Veii and Rome. The two cities are locked in a relentless, decades-long struggle for total control of the Via Salaria, the ancient salt road. Salt is the ultimate preservative, essential for survival and trade. Whoever controls the river crossings controls the wealth of central Italy. But as you look toward the horizon, the reality of the divine prophecies begins to materialize. Plumes of dark, heavy wood smoke rise into the sky just a few miles away. The Roman legions, under the command of their fiercely disciplined dictators, have established semi-permanent siege camps. For years, the conflict was a series of seasonal raids. Now, the Romans are attempting something unprecedented in their history: a continuous multi-year siege, keeping their soldiers in the field through the freezing winter to slowly starve Veii into submission. You meet with the other aristocratic magistrates. You have sent desperate, urgent messengers to the other great cities of the Etruscan League, to Tarquinia and Cerveteri, begging for military reinforcements. But the Etruscans are fiercely independent city-states, often refusing to unite until it is far too late. The messengers have returned empty-handed. The League has abandoned you. Veii stands completely alone against the rising, unrelenting iron tide of Rome. By 7 p.m., the sun dips below the horizon, casting a deep, violet shadow over the city. Despite the encroaching threat of the Roman camps, the elite culture of Veii refuses to cower in fear. You return to your sprawling villa to host an evening banquet. This is where the Etruscan civilization completely shocked and scandalized the ancient Greek and Roman historians. You enter the grand, beautifully frescoed dining hall. You do not recline on the wooden dining couches alone with other men. Reclining right beside you, sharing the exact same couch and the exact same status, is your wife. In the contemporary societies of Athens or Rome, elite women are heavily segregated, confined to the back rooms of the house, and forbidden from participating in public feasts. But in Etruria, women are highly educated, immensely powerful figures. They retain their own names, own massive amounts of property, and actively participate in the political and social life of the city. The Greek writers famously, maliciously slandered Etruscan women because they could not comprehend a society that treated women as intellectual and social equals. The banquet is a masterpiece of sensory indulgence. You are served roasted venison from the surrounding forests, seasoned with imported herbs and incredibly rich cheeses. The room is filled with the hypnotic rhythmic music of the aulos, a double reed flute. Servants pour dark, unmixed wine into exquisite, black gloss Bucaro pottery. You look at the brilliantly painted frescoes on your walls, depicting vibrant scenes of dancers, musicians, and leaping dolphins. The Etruscans paint these exact same scenes of joy and life on the walls of their underground tombs, deeply believing that the energy of a magnificent feast should carry over directly into the afterlife. By 11 p.m., the musicians depart, and the villa falls perfectly quiet. You walk back out onto the terrace. The night air is cool and completely still. Below you, the city of Veii is asleep, illuminated only by the faint flickering glow of oil lamps and the burning kilns of the sanctuaries. You look toward the southern horizon. The Roman campfires burn brightly in the darkness, a constellation of hostile, relentless determination. You know the walls of your city are impossibly thick. You know your grain silos are full, but you also know what the priests saw in the flight of the eagles. You are living at the very apex of a golden age that is about to be completely, violently erased from the earth. In just a few short years, the Roman general Camillus will use your own brilliant engineering against you. His soldiers will secretly dig through the soft tufa rock, utilizing the ancient water tunnels to bypass the impregnable walls, bursting directly into the sacred temples in the dead of night. Veii will fall. Its magnificent terracotta statues will be smashed, its wealth looted, and its survivors dragged away in chains. The Romans will literally absorb the empty city into their own growing empire, adopting the art, the religion, and the very architecture of the people they destroyed. This video is brought to you by the Paladin Learn History app. Scan the QR code to learn more history.